Hi everybody, Mary here from A Recreated Life, and today is Flylady Babystep number 20. You guys, we only have 11 days left. Isn't that amazing? Baby step 20, we're 31 days getting ourselves out of chaos before the holidays. So today is Sunday. Yesterday I told you guys that I went to that, it was just a relaxation day. It was, I went to that wedding and it was kind of all about having fun, and I really needed it. Today is Sunday, same thing. I'm really not doing much of anything today, but I'm just going over all of the Flyladies emails. I did my morning routine and nighttime routine, of course, but really not much more than that. I'm not going to work in my journal today, my control journal or anything like that. I'm just looking at the emails. So I just wanted to go over some of her emails with you guys. Okay, she talks about September's habit number 14 is I am blessed. I had, let's see, there's one lady that writes in and says she's been doing this on and off for 5 years since her first son was born. Excuse me, my timer just went off. Now she has 2 sons. One is almost 4 and the other is 10 weeks old. She writes, I am blessed to have a job where I am able to work from home most of the week, but there are 2 days of the week when she has to go to the office, and that means 2 days of the week she has to pack for 3 different people to go to 3 different places. She goes to work, the oldest son goes to school, preschool, and the youngest son goes to daycare. So this is what she does. She says her before bed routine is crucial, and you know this is the September, our September habit is our before bed routine, and so she's writing in saying her before bed routine is a major sanity saver. She says she makes sure that she has lunches packed for her and her preschooler. She makes sure she has milk pumped. She's still feeding the baby, breastfeeding. She makes sure she has milk pumped for the baby. She gets the diaper bag restocked and set by the door with her purse, sunglasses, and car keys. She checks the weather to see what it's going to be like and how she'll need to dress for her and the kids. And she checks her calendar to make sure she's not missing anything important or anything like that. Let's see. She says no more running around my house all morning like a crazy person looking for things or forgetting things. Even on the days we're all home, it makes such a positive difference to have a smooth morning. Boy, I can attest to that. The best part she says, but the best part is that my oldest son, this was why I wanted to read this to you. This is really, now remember, he's only 4. She says her oldest son has his own before bed routine. Isn't that fabulous? She says every night she tells him that he needs to dress the next day she tells him whether it's going to be warm or cold or sunny or rainy, and she lets him pick out his clothes. And he puts them in the bathroom, just like we do, just like the adults do. He puts them in the bathroom so that in the morning he can just go to the bathroom. He's not looking around his bedroom for clothes. They're right in the bathroom, and he keeps it on a low shelf so that he knows just what to do. Then he takes his, let's see, 30 minutes or so. Okay, in fact, she says now he gets ready before in the morning faster than I do, and he helps me get his brother ready. I'm so proud of him, and I know starting routines not only helps him focus and feel accomplished at a young age, it also sets him up for success as he gets older. Isn't that fabulous, you guys? They're going to see us do it, but if they have their own little routine, they're going to be even better at it. That's a great idea. For you moms out there, moms and dads who have kids, this is a great thing to start with your kids. Okay, so the next email is just, she's going over today's flight plan for today. Sunday is the beginning of a brand new week. Start your week by taking time to recharge your batteries, she says. So she really doesn't have anything. Next week we're going to be in zone 3, which is the bathroom. I told you about that yesterday. We're still in September, so we're doing our before bed routines. Okay, so the next one's going to be a testimonial. I love these testimonials. Okay, so this lady writes in and says that she is, let's see. Oh, this is a good one, you guys. This one hit home for me too. So many of her emails just hit home. You guys have got to sign up for those. I hope you have already. We're on day 20. And her emails, like I said, she sends a lot, but they're really good. They've got great info in them. So this lady writes in and says that she's been doing the Flylady for about 3 years now. And she says she's not great at it, but her routines have become habits, and they've helped her so much. She says here, I'm writing today because she says I have tears rolling down my cheeks. I'm doing my master bedroom zone work of decluttering my dresser and closet. Now, she says, now I've done this before and I'm pretty good at it. She says, the tears are because I'm really working at loving myself. She talks a lot about loving ourselves, guys, and I think it's great. Loving myself. The beautiful clothing that no longer fit me are finally going to bless someone else today. I've struggled with my weight for a long time, and my self-worth is very much attached to the number on the scale and the size on the tag. I've kept things for the someday when I'll be that small again. It occurred to me today that these things hurt me every time I look at them. Yeah, so out they go, and with them, hopefully, some of the negative thoughts I subject myself to daily. I know someone else will use these things, and for that, I feel blessed. No more skipping through things I can't wear anymore. What a feeling of relief. Think about that, guys. First of all, it's going to be way less clutter, but she's so right. I know exactly what she's talking about, because I actually have a towel, a hand towel in my bathroom. It was pink, and 25 years ago, somebody that was very annoying stained that towel, and it's been stained for 25 years, and I've kept it all along because it's a thick, really expensive towel, and it was thick, and still there was no rips in it, no holes. It's not coming unsewn, but it was just stained, and I have tried everything under the sun to get that thing clean, and it will not come clean. I threw it away. I don't need the aggravation of looking at that thing because it reminds me of that person that stained it, and it aggravates me. So I know exactly where she's coming from, and she's absolutely right. Every time you see that item, it brings back whatever feelings you were thinking, and she's right about the clothes, the too small clothes. I know so many women who do that, and they feel bad every single time they look at those clothes. I don't typically do that. Sometimes I'll keep things around that really are stained and need to be fixed, and I wear them anyway. Well, that's not loving yourself either. Why am I telling myself that these clothes are good enough for me to go out? And no, I don't want to be seen in public with stained and ripped and torn and, clothes like that. So I know where she's coming from. And I like what the Fly Lady, like what she's saying is that, every time she looks at them, she gets hurt every time. And we're doing that to ourselves, you guys. So get rid of those clothes in the closet that don't fit. Anything that's aggravating you, even if it's still good, get rid of it. It's not worth the aggravation. Okay, so this one here is very fitting for us, you guys. Oh, for me especially. I've talked on the past videos with you guys about this one. This lady writes in and says, she's talking to the Fly Lady. She says she's been doing the baby steps for about a month. She says, first, let me thank you. Her husband's amazing. Her fourth child is 6 months old, and now she's clean. Okay. She says she's having trouble with the timer. I told you guys this the other day. I'm fighting with it. She says, I have trouble with the timer, specifically stopping when it goes off. I always feel like I can finish in just a few more minutes, which turns into more every time, and then she gets tired. How can I retrain myself, she says. So the Fly Lady writes in and says, sometimes we have to recognize that what we are doing to ourselves when we do this. She writes in capital letters, it is our perfectionism that is piling on just a few more minutes to get it perfect. It won't take long. This is a lie, she says. Do not listen to those voices. They want you to take a good thing and turn it into something that is going to hurt you. She's right. When you hear yourself say, I can finish, that is your signal to set your timer for 15 minutes and sit down. There you go. Take a break. This is all about replenishing your batteries. Please do not push yourself to exhaustion. I am so guilty of that, you guys. That's why I was so tired this weekend. This is how your home got in the shape that it's in now. Your perfectionism caused it. She's so right. As a perfectionist, we tell ourselves that it has to be done right. We are not satisfied with good enough. This is not our fault because we were taught from the day we were born. Now that we know we are like this, it is our fault. We can take everything to an extreme. That is our all or nothing way of thinking, which is totally wrong, you guys. We had one person once who decluttered almost everything from her home. We are not asking you to do this. Only the stuff you don't use or love. Let go of your perfectionism and you're going to find the peace you are looking for. That's what our goal is, you guys. That's why I'm doing this. I want me and you guys all to find peace in your lives, in our lives. Promise me that you will be kinder to yourself. Piling on the perfectionism is not nice. Practice with your timer, setting it for 15 minutes and doing one thing. She says, I play games like this all day long. You will be surprised at what you can get done with a game like this. Some days I play 15 minutes on and 15 minutes of rest. Resting for me is working on the computer. Now, isn't that great, you guys? I want to know, put down in the comments below if you guys are finding this a problem too, because this is my problem. I tend to be that perfectionist thing. She's so right. I told you guys the other day with my control journal, I wanted to finish. I think every day I work on that control journal. The time flies like that, and before I know it, 15 minutes is gone and I want to continue, but I'm not doing it. And you know what I think is going to help you guys? I think once we do have a few days, maybe by the end of the month, after a month of setting that timer and doing it for 15 minutes, we will see, because we'll be able to see results. By the end of the month, we'll see major results in our houses, and we will know at that point that, yes, 15 minutes does make a huge difference. And when we won't, right now, we're not convinced that 15 minutes can make a difference, but it can. So I wanted to read that one to you guys. Okay, there's another one I want to read you, and she talks, this is a fly lady talking about loving ourselves. Excuse me, and please, she does make reference to God a few times in here. It doesn't bother me, but I hope it doesn't bother you guys. If it does, you might want to skip over this portion of the video. But anyway, this is what the Fly Lady writes. Here is my feelings now on finally loving yourself. God is love. Love is the overriding power that holds the universe together. That's number one. Number two, we have been beaten down so long that we feel unworthy of any love, especially our own. Very true. Number three, this lack of self-love pushing everything away from us, our family, friends, and we push God away. He always loves us. Number four, we act as a martyr. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is a big one. I know so many women in particular. I know, but I know men do it too. I know a lot of women that do this. They act like martyrs about getting having their house perfect and clean. Doesn't have to be, you guys. We act as a martyr, she says. We may think that selfless acts bring us closer to God, when in fact many times it is our egos that caused us to do this selfless act. You shame them. Just look at what I do for you, is what they say. She's right. These things are also done in anger. No one else will do this, so it looks like it is left up to me. Also, they are done in pride. No one can do it as well as I can. Oh, and let's not forget the greed. I am going to do this because I will get points and everyone will notice what I do. This attitude steals from others the ability to contribute. When we love ourselves, we do for the joy of doing, and out of love for our brethren. Oh, everyone is blessed. Isn't that nice? How many times have you volunteered for something and your home was a disaster and you were so burnt out that you could barely function? You were not loving yourself when you did these things, you guys. Number five, God loves us. We are commanded to love our neighbor as ourselves. Did you know that if you don't love yourself first, you cannot love your neighbor to the fullest extent? That's so true, because you become angry and it's not good. Number six, we have not been taught to love ourselves. We are told from a very early age that giving is the only way to play. There is a difference between being selfish and loving yourself. If you give away your whole pie, you are not going to even know what kind of pie you had. Save some of it for yourself so you can replenish your pie from time to time, so you will have more to give away. Love that, you guys. Number seven, when you finally start to love yourself, your cup of love will be overflowing all the time. Love will be all around you. Loving yourself allows you to love others fully. Love that. Number eight, now listen to me. God sees us as his babies. Can you imagine God looking down on his crying babies and saying, you are not worthy of my love? Do you do this with your sweet babies sitting on the floor with their arms stretched up toward you? No, nobody does that. You pick up those little darlings and cuddle them and tell them just how much you love them. Why can't you do this for yourself? God has heard your cries. He has given you an answer to your many prayers. You are You are tired of crying. You are tired of crying and being hopeless. Reach down inside of yourself and cuddle that sweet darling baby and tell her that you know she is hurting, and you will nurture her so that she will have the energy to love others. I'm sorry I'm stumbling, you guys. She's got a lot of typos in here. Number 9, the opposite of love is not hate, it is fear. Course in Miracles, you guys. Love and fear. Those are the only 2 emotions they say. Oh my gosh, this is so fitting. This is our perfectionism again. Fear, we cannot do this right. Fear of what others will think. Fear that we are not good enough. When you love yourself, this fear goes away. Number 10, did you know that a poor person cannot help as many as a rich person? Now, don't email me fussing about this. Think about how much good you can do if you have more money, more time, and more love. This is one reason when you take care and love yourself, all of this comes together. You will have more money because you will respect what you have and therefore bring more abundance into your life. You will have more time because you will be using yours wisely by taking care of yourself and your family first. Then you will have more love because the act of caring for yourself allows you to live in a loving spirit that is always filled to overflowing. Boy, she's got such good points here, guys. Number 11, finally, loving yourself is the answer to being all that you can be in God's eyes. When you can put yourself first without guilt, you will be more able to love unconditionally. Your love will be in everything you do. You will be the reflection of the love that God has for you. There you go, guys. Wasn't that fabulous? I love that one. Okay, so let's see. I think that's all the ones I wanted to read to you today. I hope this video is not too long. But anyway, you guys, I hope everything's going well for you. It's going fantastic for me. Other than overdoing it a little bit, things are going great. So tomorrow's Monday. I'm going to do my home blessing hour. I am going to do it. I decided I'm going to try to do it on Mondays like she does. It's working for me for the time being. So I'm going to try to do it like she does. And then as I go through and I do all these things, I will decide on what's going to work for me. And I know those days, that home blessing out day, that may change through, my upcoming, future. I'm going to play with it and see how it goes. You guys should do that too. Adjust it to how it works for you. But remember, set that timer and don't go over. Don't overdo, you guys. We are doing this. It's going really great. I'm sure you guys, day 20 days in, I'm sure you guys are noticing a huge difference in your house. I know I am. I'm noticing a big difference in how I feel. So let me know how you guys are feeling. I want to know from you guys how inspired you are. Are you inspired enough to take this challenge on and do something? And if you are a hoarder type person, don't be discouraged by how little it probably seems to be, because it's not. Anything helps. Anything you do for your house and for yourself is a help, and it will encourage you to go further. I know I'm finding that too. So stick with it, guys. Stick with it. Keep it up, and we're going to be so happy and blessed when holidays come around, and we are happy and at peace and comfortable in our own homes and comfortable with people coming to visit. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in again today, guys. Please like, share, and comment. I'd love to know how you guys are doing. Okay, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Happy Sunday. Bye-bye.